Let's pick up from a while ago because the weather has been here. It's pretty atmospheric river hanging over our head overhead. So we hardly see any sunlight at all. So when I don't see the sun, somehow a little bit depressed. So I don't feel like doing this. But anyway, let's go back to this. We last time we talked about Schumpeter uh, growth theory that mostly the modern version is by Aghion and Howitt. I hope I pronounced their name right. I don't want to show any disrespect. But anyway, their model is basically uh, following the writing of Joseph Schumpeter in 1942, that famous notion of creative destruction that's in that book. But I really think that we should not blindly apply or following Joseph Schumpeter by still using that word, that term, the famous, probably most famous term of creative destruction in the modern time. Let's think about it. Schumpeter published the book in 1942. What is 1942? Let's put that into perspective. If you, I don't know if you watched the British historical drama, TV drama called Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey is basically a start from 1912 to kind of a 1925 or something like that. When at the beginning you see that the news spreading out that Titanic was sinking, and then was shocking the entire world. So, but you think of this, it's just at that time you can see that the defining feature of aristocratic power was fading. Okay, the families like Crawley families in the living in the Downton Abbeys, they've been uh, getting out of the historical stages and then let the capitalism sit in. So that's why it's make perfect sense for Schumpeter to talk about the creative destruction, because at that time, at the beginning of capitalism, we see a lot of destructions. It's just like in a way, it's like just like Karl Marx was saying. I think I read that book. Schumpeter's book, he talked a lot about Karl Marx, and of course he's criticizing Marx, but in some indirect way, he's actually following some thought of the Karl Marx. So that's why he came to the notion of a creative destruction. The key word is destruction. What is a creative or not is subject to debate, subject to different interpretation. But destruction, the word destruction, basically signal something like a revolution. Okay, you want to replace something, you want to hit hard on the old stuff and then replace that with a new one. That's the whole idea. That's what a revolution do. But in a modern, mature economy, what is the dominant mode? I would say it's a creative coexistence. Okay, I'm not. This is not the same thing as the Roma talking about the horizontal innovation, and Aghion and Hewitt, they're talking about the vertical innovation. Basically means that you have a new product, you replace the old one, and then and then you can for a while you can enjoy the exclusive or the monopolistic rent, the very high uh, profit. So basically, this is applying to, we'll talk about the patent, because patent is a legal way for the innovators to enjoy the exclusive profit. Nobody else can do that unless they pay the fee, right? So that's kind of thing. I think but if you look around, if you look around, you see that in the modern society, the day that we're living now, you see that a lot of stuff, it's not simply like one is replacing the other. Even today we have AI machines, but sometimes we still use a calculator, right? And then you think about the AI will be revolutionized retail. Not so much because even the digital internet revolution. Today, what happened is that if you pay attention, you'll see that if you walk into the Walmart, you walk into the Target, you walk into a lot of different stores, you'll see their brick and mortar stores still existing, along with the online shopping. So that's the story. It ended up like this. In the store, if you walk into the store, you see a lot of pricier items listed on the brick and mortar store. But a lot of far more varieties, bigger varieties, and the cheaper, with price ranges very low to very high, you can find it online. So that's another way of coexisting. Okay, and then same thing. When you talk about the traditional shopping malls, you think that will be replaced, right? Totally. No, instead of a demolition of all the shopping malls, a more constructive way is to make that exist, but reform it, turn that into some data warehousing, community centers, some other social activities. So those kind of things. That's such we have a see. If you pay attention, you see so many different things that coexist. So instead of destroy some of the old ones and then get the new one, and that's not that's oversimplified the reality. So that's the first issue that I want to criticize to the Schumpeter growth theory, also known as Aghion and the Howitt model.